The war was fought and won. Life went on. After saving the world aboard the giant tank Tyrannus, the children return home to live out their lives in peace. Until one day, half their number become trapped within the Tyrannus as it goes on a rampage, leaving atrocity and strife in its wake. The children and their new friend Vanilla climb aboard their erstwhile foe, the Tarascus, and give chase to save their captive friends. The tragedy that awaits may lead them down a path of revenge.
僕はお前を絶対に許さない。お前を殺す。
Skills from the first entry have been revamped along with a host of new skills that allow for strategic gameplay and enhanced tactical combat. A second form of the Soul Cannon, the Managarm, utilizes the life force of the children to annihilate foes. After a child's life force is extinguished, they become incapacitated. This provides an alternative to using the Soul Cannon, which requires a child's soul sacrifice, expanding the range of strategies. The newly introduced judgment system ensures that each choice made affects the trajectory of the story. False decisions affect his growth as a leader, endowing him with different leader skills. Gauge the enemy and command your crew as the situation demands to gain the upper hand in combat. Players can now progress along battle routes in new ways using the airship system, and bolster their strength and combat prowess through expeditions and notebook entries. A youth's struggle and strife will give rise to the miraculous.
僕は長男だからみんなを助ける。
Caught in a tangled web of mysteries. A secret from a world lost to time.
ベレンネス。どうなっていやがる。
大丈夫よ。
マルト、
ひらめいたのです。きっと大丈夫だよね。お父様。
しっかりしろ。僕に任せて。よし、行こう。行け。決着をつけてやる。
Fuga, Melodies of Steel 2.
Hello and welcome to Kensho, the Art of Gaming YouTube channel. I'm JL Thomas. I review MMOs, RPG, and PvP games with in-depth tips, tricks, tutorials, and guides. Stay tuned. We're about to dive into Fuga 2, Melodies of Steel. In a world torn apart by the cruelty of war, survival rests in the hands of the most unlikely of heroes. A group of children board the Tyrannus, a massive ancient tank, and navigate a journey where every decision carries the weight of life and death. This is Fuga, Melodies of Steel, a tactical RPG where your choices define the fate of your crew. Are you ready to face the music of war? Let's press start and begin our adventure. And we find ourselves in the loading screen after just a moment of selecting our adventure save data. We are now on the title, and it says your allies are greatly impact how the story unfolds. The bonds they forge with other children will be necessary to arrive at the true ending. We are able to allow multiple children to bond with Vanilla. And we can take a look at our ship, which we can upgrade. And we can speak to each of the characters and try to establish certain bonds with them, an affinity, which I'll show you. And we can also find useful items at times. We have Vanilla here, I believe. She says, "My father shall be avenged by my own hand." There's a great eeriness to this tank, she says. And we utilize one of our action points to speak with one of them. And we're able to establish a deeper bond with one of the characters. Tending to animals is far from my forte, she says. And we have a reply here. We can take any of these choices. Let's see. We'll offer some help. And that was a really good choice to have made just now. Says our affinity has increased and improved our support efforts. Vanilla can now increase luck, critical strike rate chance. And we get a link event. In a link event, Kyle says, "Hey, are you sure you're really the president's daughter? Born and raised in Parisia?" Vanilla replies, "Well, I never. Might I ask why you deem it fit to make such an ill-mannered inquiry of me?" Kyle says, "All I'm saying is, watching you fight out there, you don't exactly do it with much of a city girl flair." And Vanilla replies, "No children are prepared for conflict like this, no matter their upbringing. And of what importance is flair in battle anyway?" Kyle says, "Know what? Good point. You're right. Sorry for asking." And Vanilla says, in reply, "Well, at least you know how to apologize. I suppose I can find it in myself to forgive you." Kyle says, "You're far too kind, my lady." And Vanilla replies, "You know, Kyle, I sense a certain Parisian air about you that Malt and the others lack." Kyle says, "Ah, well, I live out in Petite Mona with all with them all now, but I used to live in Parisia myself." "Did you? Now? What brought you to Petite Mona?" Kyle says, "Dad had business out that way. I'd rather not talk about that, though. Wouldn't want to ruin his reputation." Vanilla replies, "Right. Sorry for prying. I never meant to offend." Kyle says, "Now you're fine. I suppose I can find it in me to forgive you." Vanilla replies, "Ah, how very kind of you." Kyle and Vanilla's link attack acquired. And we get certain skills and links with the tank that we upgrade, and we could bond with certain characters potentially and increase our affinity with them and unlocking new abilities. So we're going through the tank right now, and we arrive at a garden. Kyle says, "I can't shake this antsy feeling." And we have a garden. It says this is the farm menu. Garden and animal shed. Seeds and seedlings can be planted in the garden to grow plants and crops, while animals can be raised in the shed. With these, we can harvest ingredients for cooking, such as vegetables and milk. Expand the facility to increase the number of tasks you can do, and you'll be able to obtain a large amount of ingredients all at once. Seeds and animals required for using the farm menu can be purchased at the port shops. The garden and animal shed are different facilities, so work in them separately. We can select the task that we'd want to do from the list. The selected task will be registered to the circles on the right, and you can only register up to the number of plots. You can raise the number of plots by expanding the facility. registered tasks can be duplicated. Auto allocate can register sources in one go, so use it now. On our first time, we press X to confirm. You can harvest crops during the next intermission. And this task increased our experience. And we get a new task registered as well. We can talk to many NPCs, and we got many different things we can do in the game. Currently, one of the things that we can do is upgrade certain aspects of our vessel and talk to certain NPCs to acquire particular skills. We even have a jukebox where we can listen to certain music. And we get a level up from talking to one of our comrades on our tank. And we fulfilled one of their wishes. Malt wanted to speak with someone, and so we spoke to him. We can fulfill the wishes of certain children. And as you see on this list, there's a few characters that have some particular wishes, and we can stand here to fulfill them all. For now, we'll continue with the story, and we'll begin our adventure, The Assault. Transport crew. We're in bad spot. One of our transports just been bit to dust, and we're in a hurry to get back. Shoot, a bunch of equipment is kaput, too. This can't be good. We could repair the truck. We have some choices. Hand over a rusty breech. We have 2 of them. Let's give them a rusty breech. That's just what we needed. Not sure if this helped, but take this as thanks. Oh, we got an energy cell and a repair kit for our own tank. So this is great. And we're about to get into combat. I am now well rested and eager to begin. Do allow me to join you in battle, Vanilla says. Malt replies, right, sure, just don't overdo it, okay? Vanilla replied, come on, let us begin. The mood of characters who are feeling great gradually increases in battle, and will eventually reach its max, activating hero mode. You can see when the children's mood increases by the icon's color and number of stars. Increasing mood condition 1. Hit the enemy or get hit by the enemy. Increasing mood condition 2. Lower the tank's HP. The greater the increase. Hero mode lasts for 5 turns, so be sure to take advantage of it before it wears off. Hero mode effects are different for each child, so please check their statuses from the main menu, it says. So we do have some choices. We have our canon. We could even choose to have certain characters swap out for others depending on what our niche is, our need for the moment. And we have certain character skills that we can activate as well. Certain skills like Furious Burst, We can also defend in these situations. We have items that we could utilize. And we have the Managarm, an alternate cannon that is going to use the soul of a child potentially, and could affect our gameplay situations as every decision affects the story. So for now, and we don't have them assigned to a gun currently. We need to assign everybody to a gun. And we need to put him first so Kyle could get into the battle with us. And we managed to take out one of their tanks. Vanilla uses a cannon with high critical rate, great for facing against single strong enemies. And we got a really good grade. We got a rank A for our combat status just now. The children's great feeling will continue to the next intermission. Introducing new character features. Mei uses a fast speed machine gun that makes her turns faster. Using swift shot increases her speed even more. Pack attacks, where multiple enemies attack at the same time, are dangerous and inflict great damage. The enemies attacking in a pack are marked in red. The more enemies participate in the attack, the higher the damage will be. Weaken the pack attack by delaying the enemies with status ailments or attacking their weaknesses. Now we do want to pick up and get Hack over here in the front because they are weak to the specific guns that they have. And we can even delay their turn with successful shots. We managed to get an elimination on one of their helicopters. One of their aerial crafts. And we might be able to hit it with our cannon. But we missed. We managed to get through this unscathed. We got an S rank for our combat status. For the status of our combat results, we got a level up as well. We went from level 3 with Vanilla to 4. With Chick is level 4. Hack, level 4 as well. Vanilla says, I'm relieved you were able to rescue your sister from the Tyrannas. Me too, but 4 of our friends are still trapped in there, so we can't celebrate victory just yet. But we can save them, can't we? And we have a choice. What would you choose? Of course, I want to see everyone smiling soon, or well, save them for sure, no matter how many enemies we have to face. Let's go with this one. We pick up some treasure along the way. Alright, we got some barrels. Along the route, the path will branch like this. Choose more dangerous routes to obtain better items and more experience. Please choose the appropriate route depending on the tank's condition. We're in pretty good shape. We could go to the safe route. We're in pretty good condition, but let's take the normal route. Here we have a choice of some guns here we kind of want to switch to. And they're vulnerable to this attack in particular. And we have some reserves. Let's go put some of our reservists in line of action with us. And we're going to use our grenade launcher. And we could set them back a turn. With some critical hits with vanilla, we might be able to finish one of these tanks off. And we did. We're successful. Perhaps we can get one more good shot off, and we did. We managed to destroy the final tank. We're going to need some different guns for this. We're going to switch over to the types of guns that we have available to us. And it appears we got everything that we need so far. And they are reinforced, so they're able to take a great deal of damage. We managed to get a delayed turn on them. And we might be able to finish them off. We got an S rank for our combat performance. Our status is S. We got a level up for May. And Sheena's level 4. And we also have here an affinity increase for improved support effects, where we delay enemies even further with hack. We'll progress this forward a little bit. A grenade launcher, because we hit it with one of our guns. It matched the color, what was going on. We have another cannon. We hit it with our red gun. We want to take one of the tanks out if we could, right? We actually have a gunner that could help us. A machine gun. gonna want to put the grenade launchers in the front. It seems like it's best for this vehicle. We have another cannon shot here. Let's take it. We got a rank A. And we got some level up. And as you see here, we have a many different paths that we could take and choices to make in game. We gained some resources. And we'll enter our final combat status for this video. Let's go through what we have been faced with here. And let's adjust just a little bit here. We're going to need to get Hack up here. Maybe Kyle as well. And it looks like we have an opportunity. Oh, we're going to take some damage. Ooh, we missed with our attack. Appears we've taken quite a bit of damage. We might have to run a repair. Let's go with items. Managed to take out one of their aircrafts. We triggered Malt's leadership skill, and leader skills can be triggered during battles. Learning multiple skills will further increase the chance to trigger them. We're gonna take some damage. Seems they missed. And we should go for the tank. Oh, but we missed. The trance's HP decreases, the probability of receiving status elements like fear, injury, and depression increases. Be careful, as children with status elements will not be able to fight at full power. And we managed to take out the last. We didn't get too good of a rank for that, but we got a passing, a B, not bad, for that encounter. Gets a bit rougher as we go. Fuga 2 Melodies of Steel with a title screen. And we get a little bit of intro dialogue inside of the Tyrannus.
一方その頃タラニスではハンナが謎の少年ジルに自分たちの身柄を解放するよう問い詰めていた。ハンナ以外の子供たちは依然として目覚めておらず、ハンナの声に起きる素振りも見せなかった。お願い。 悔しさで体を震わせた。ハンナも他の子供たちも物理的に拘束されてはいなかったが、何か不思議な力で体の自由を奪われていたのだ。さて。失礼しますわ。
What is it, Malt says? Have things not grown less organized aboard this tank? I think we could do with some tidying up. Hey, no denying that. I guess with Hannah gone, we've kinda let things get out of hand. Perhaps you rely too heavily on her goodwill, but you'll need to make do with the crew you have now. As the oldest, and as leader here, you ought to see that assignments are made and duties fulfilled. Yeah, I can't argue with that, Malt replies. Okay then, maybe you can. I have you know, I'm not one for housekeeping. Right, right. I guess this will have to be a team effort, Malt says. And we get an empathy resolution event as a reward. And this is great because this is increasing our empathy, our leadership skills potentially. And as we move down the pathway here, we got another junction. What we choose? We can take the normal route or the safe route. We took some damage, so I think we should take the safe route potentially. And gain some HP for this next fight. We could change up our weapons here just a little bit. We'll be better prepared. We want the grenade launchers for this encounter. And we have a 100% accuracy rate. Managed to take out that tank. We're going to switch around our artillery, bring out Hack, and maybe even Kyle for this fight. We got the machine guns out. Oh, we missed with our cannon. We took some damage. Let's run a repair kit. We'll go with a machine gun here. And we can lower the defense of with the machine gun here in just a moment. We're going to get hit by a Cerberus shot. The Cerberus shot was effective. We're going to need to use a piercing shot. Bring down the defense just a little bit. Maybe with our cannon, we can take out the tank. Alright. For another skill shot here, we're going to go for a piercing shot. Our piercing shot did delay the enemy, so we're going to continue. Beast Storm. We take quite some damage from Beast Storm. We're going to use a greater repair kit. And we managed to hit him with our cannon. We got an A for that as a combat result. New skill mastered. relieves fear from all attackers and support allies. Level up for hack. And siphon beam, strong attack on an enemy and small HP recovery. And here are some of the wishes of the children in our notebook that we could fulfill now that we have this intermission. Resources from the farm, garden, and animal shed will automatically be collected in this way. Work on the farm again for a new batch of resources, it says. We've gained some potatoes and apples. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope this has been insightful and informative to you in some way, and maybe encourage you to try out Fuga 2 Melodies of Steel. Until the next time, everybody, I look forward to your comments, any suggestions you might have. Consider liking or subscribing to the channel maybe in the future. I hope to see you in another video like always, or maybe even in Fuga 2 Melodies of Steel.